And I would say that is the clearest thing I can say about spending the first night here in the cottage. I was freezing so much. I just slept the first night of the year in my little off-grid cabin right here. And I wanted to just walk through my cottage setup and show you a very unedited way of how it looks now. And not really cleaning it up or setting it up in a perfect way, but just showing like a very real type of how it is to spend time in this cottage, how it can look. So as you can see over here, we are charging the power brick, and I'm using this EcoFlow River 2. And let's see how this is doing right now. It's charging with 25 watts, something like that. I have 90% power, so that's pretty solid. I thought I would run a lot more power, but it's been all good. My slightly unorganized table there with a combination of work and breakfast. I have moved this little rocking chair outside, so I have a special outside reading area now with rocking chair and this table. I didn't set all of this up yet, but this is my little cooking table at the moment. I have made eggs and coffee, and this is my kitchen setup. This I can use both inside and outside, but now using it outside when it's warm enough, that is my preference. And this is the Primus 2-pike. Very nice kitchen, I think, for this kind of setup. If we walk inside, I have not moved my bike outside for the day yet. And I just got this bike. It's a Specialized Turbo Taro 4 that I believe you will see more of from this channel at some point. We just got the water switched on out here in the cottage area, so I haven't really transitioned into my regular water setup, which is filling up this container. I have just been using these larger bottles. And then if we move into the main area of the cottage here, there's been one major change, which is this armchair. So the armchair that you saw outside, I used to have it here inside, but it's not great because there's some pieces of paint falling off from that one. And I have moved to such a small apartment in Gothenburg that I had this armchair that I didn't have space for. And I could move it up here and place it. I think it's pretty much perfect. Like as a reading spot, this is the dream. But it's not warm enough to sit in here right now and read. And I would say that is the clearest thing I can say about spending the first night here in the cottage. I was freezing so much. And there were a few kind of lifesavers that made it possible to sleep through the night. The main one was this good guy. I was boiling up about 1.5 liters of water, put in this guy, put it in the bed. That saved me, I think. Usually when I sleep with this, I would put it like on the very side of the bed. And this night I felt like I was hugging this bottle to get as much warmth as possible. To be fair though, like this duvet that I'm using is really not graded for any kind of colder weather. So I have myself to blame to quite a large extent for not bringing a warmer duvet here. And I was using it with an extra layer, so I had an extra blanket up top. But I think this was a bit of a learning lesson for me that I actually need to get a thicker duvet. And that one is not enough. I came here very late because I came in with the train. I arrived a little bit before midnight to the train station and then went on. So when I arrived, I had time to run my heater for maybe like half an hour. And then I wanted to switch it off so that I could sleep without the heater on. I don't know if this is paranoia, but I really don't feel like having a gas heater on, even for a short moment of time when sleeping. If there would be some leak or something happening, some fire hazard or anything, it just feels like it's not completely safe. Now I will do my first round of dishes for the season. And I would say, when the water is switched on, which it is right here, this is my water post, I can do the dishes in this little station over here. And it's definitely the thing that makes the biggest difference. Cooking and drinking water is really quite fine, but doing dishes without having running water is quite a challenge. And I'm very happy that I can finally do my dishes in a proper way. And then I will also clean up this place a little bit. I feel like it deserves a little bit of attention right now. Last year around this time, when I was here, I used to have a lot of allergies. But this year, I haven't really had much allergies, which is really surprising because I've pretty much my whole life at this time of the year had huge problems with pollen allergy. And as we are right now, pretty much in the middle of a forest, even if it's a forest that is quite central in the city, it feels weird to me that I don't feel anything from the allergies. But that's for the better, of course. Like, this is a beautiful time to be out here. It's so nice with the birds chirping, and waking up to the sunset like I did this morning was just amazing. Such a nice way to start the day. And with sunset, I mean sunrise. And then after admiring the sunrise for a little bit, I went to bed again. And the cottage, it gets really dark, which is definitely not the case with my flat here in Stockholm. So I sleep very well. And I would say I'm not that sensitive to light when it comes to sleeping. But it does make a difference. I would say it makes a clear difference. It's noticeable. I just mounted my second hammock with a hammock stand that I brought here recently. The first time trying it out now, we'll try and do some work there and see if it's as good as the regular hammock I'm using. And I also can happily conclude that for the first time since I got the cottage, I was able to use the solar panel setup to get up to a full charge in the EcoFlow, starting at 80%. So it's not like I started from an empty state, but still, it feels really good to be up at that state. I'm not the biggest fan of this hammock, but it's got a soda can holder and a little book holder. That's some pretty neat features, I think. Testing the microphone, walking quite far away from the Osmo Pocket. It probably can't even see me right now, but I will make my appearance coming up here. People, the first dishes. It's a little bit of a ceremonial time, I think, because doing the dishes, it's such a lovely thing in life. I feel like I'm the only one who loves doing the dishes, loves going out with the trash or recycling. I just love these little everyday activities. It's such a meaningful thing in life. It's such a flow also in life. All of these things that you have to do to upkeep a household in a way. And I was reflecting on that quite a lot recently, because I had a lot of traveling in the beginning of the year, and I had also planned for more traveling, but then I didn't really feel like doing the traveling I had planned, and now I realize maybe I don't have a sponge, or let's see. We very clearly need a refill of cleaning materials here, which is reasonable because I haven't done dishes in a long time. I will try my best with what I have access to, and remember to buy some things for next time I'm coming here. I can probably just bring some things that I have in the flat, since it's a 5-minute bike ride away. And it is very close to the city, this little cottage, and I actually thought now, when I'm not going on that long trip that I had planned, I was planning a 4-week trip to India in June, but it's not gonna happen. And then I thought I will spend as much time as possible here in the cottage in June. And then I feel like having the electric bike will also enable me to commute to the office quite well. I can also recharge the bike in the office. So I think there is a lot of potential in that setup. And then I could live the primitive life, but still know that I will have power and good internet in the office in daytime. And one alternative to that is, of course, that I could invest in like a larger solar panel, put it up on the roof, a larger battery pack, etc. But I feel like that would make this place a bit different than what it is right now. And I love the fact that it feels so much like an off-grid place, that there is not enough power to do whatever you want. It's a lovely little setup. And since I'm here by myself right now, there's not a lot of dishes to make from one breakfast. I just need to finish my coffee as well, and then clean this cup, and then the dishes are done. And that's it for that little task. I was thinking a lot recently also about this YouTube channel, and I feel like I neglected this YouTube channel to such an extent that I would really like to get some new focus onto this channel. So with that said, I think I will just place my camera down and do a new type of a video that I can publish on this channel, and see if it feels good and somewhat comfortable to do this kind of talking video only. So wish me luck with that, and thank you for joining me in this little update on my first day and night stay in the cottage of 2026. There will be more cottage content coming up, so if you want that, please subscribe and join me. Come along. Have a very nice day, and I will see you soon.